I am in one of my most favorite places, the sea. Recently when I come to the sea, not only connect with water, but I speak to my brother Poseidon. I share my presence with the water, with the sea, with the ocean, with the waves, for their frequencies. And somewhere and in some way we are continuing the Atlantean dream, echoing the knowledge that started in Lemuria, or that was sprung in Lemuria, and the adolescent times of it in Atlantis, and then it moved to Egypt and then Israel. And we are all part of that dream of realizing that we are organisms, part of a bigger organism that is called Gaia, Earth, and that we are all one in that sense. Much like I have a body and that body has many organs and many parts, and they are all one essence, one substance, one consciousness. Same goes for Gaia and all of its inhabitants. And it's our responsibility to do our part so it can function. Just like every organ in the body does its part, so the body can function, the body can move, the body can channel energy, the body can create. And Mother Earth is waiting for us to wake up, which we are, and start realizing what we're here for, and start addressing that sense that we have inside of us, of unity, of love. Start connecting and act on the purpose of life. Each and every one of us has his own unique or hers unique purpose. And once we start acting upon it, then we start to move as one big machine, one big consciousness, one unified consciousness. So how do we do that? How do I realize what's my life purpose? First, I become silent. If you are drawn to this video, and many are drawn to other people who talk, who speak openly, that are here to remind them of who they truly are. So once you feel that call, once you feel something inside of you moving, unquiet, unstable, wanting to explore more, wanting to realize what's beyond or what's deep inside, once you answer that call, you actually need to do the opposite. Much like anything in this reality, which is based on dualism, cause and effect. So you heed that call and you become silent. Once you become silent, you start listening. You start listening to the truth within, which is echoed mostly by nature, not necessarily by other people. First and foremost, by nature. So become silent. Take time for yourself. Meditate. Go out to nature. Go out to the sea. See, there are many people around me here that I am on my way, in my way, I'm silent. I'm on my own. I'm talking to the sea. I'm feeling the current. And from that silence, just being with nature, just being with what is, I allow it to teach me. Every wave that comes to shore teaches me something. Every touch offers me a sensation, and that sparks my mind to start seeing things a bit differently. Start acquiring the knowledge, not from a book or not from listening to anybody else, but directly from this, the sound of nature, the sound of the waves, the current flowing, the energy that is beneath it, the undercurrent, the touch of sand, sand mixed with water. All of this has a lot of information and it wants to talk to you. Now you knew that once and you've forgotten. For when you were a child, this is what you did constantly. You touched, you played, you listened. You weren't in argument with what is. You didn't try to analyze it, if it's good for you or bad for you. You were innocent. And with that innocency, you've learned. You've learned how to move your body. You've learned how to listen to the inner needs. You've learned how to communicate with reality. That took you years, my friend. Years. Years of studying through touch, through listening, through looking, first-hand listening, first-hand touching, first-hand reading the information that Earth is giving you, is handing you. So in a sense we come back to that. We answer the inner call. We return to quietness. We take that deep breath that relaxes us, that anchors us. We find that stillness inside, and from that stillness, the movement is intuitive. And you learn to trust your senses again. For you once knew that. You once trusted your senses. But society has taught you otherwise. Society has taught you to doubt your senses. To be aware, afraid, and to question and to worry. And that was good for a time. No need to be upset about what was. Everything happens in its right time. And now we go back to the senses, to the basics, to the elements, much like any other child, much like children. I will make soon a video about the basic necessities, the basic needs or tips for living in the 5D reality. But this is truly the very first one. So we have entered a new reality, a new dimension, which was right here and right now all the time. We just needed to shift our consciousness, individuality, and then reach that mass consciousness, that weight, that gravity that makes it into reality, or into an accessible reality for everyone else. And we have reached that. We have entered, unlocked the portal, and made that into what we can sense, what we can feel, what we can touch. Now it's time to play with that. Much like a child. A child that is born into this reality, any child, is born into a new dimension. For in the womb, there's a very, very different reality than here. There's darkness. There's breathing through water. There's moving like an astronaut in space, almost without gravity or without that sense. Many, many different things are happening. Many, many different the environment in the womb is very, very different than the one that we know here on Earth. With the changes in temperature, with with the duality of dark and light, the senses of our body, the wind touching our body, the touch, the hard soil, that doesn't exist in the 9 months of being in the womb. So imagine that. Imagine you already gone through that, which you have. And now understand that it goes the same for moving from the 3D to the 5D. Very much the same. Many things are the same as in the 3D, and some things are new. So we will touch upon that in a different video, but for now, my friends, just find that quietness inside of you. Return to a place of listening, not talking, listening. Truly listening. When you understand that, you also understand that you don't really just listen with your ears. You listen with all your senses, with all of them. So, maybe I can transcend some of the sense through this video to you. A tranquility and balance that water provides. Remember Poseidon, remember Atlantis. We'll see each other soon, my friends. Take care.